last time we had a lot of grinding. This time, a bit more grinding, but it's not going to be quite as bad. So I did do some off-screen leveling. Got them both up to 30, as you can see here. Let me show off movesets and reasoning, so that people can bitch at me, probably. But, I think for the most part I made pretty decent changes, so... Confusion for Psybeam, obviously, makes sense. I kept Barrier, and I kept Encore. Now, Pennywise tried to learn Light Screen and Reflect at the same level. I decided to skip on Reflect, and here's my reason why. Reflect is a TM. If I ever change my mind, I can just buy it and put it on pretty easily. I'm keeping Barrier because of the way that stat-ups work in this game. Reflect and Light Screen cut their respective attack types in half, basically. And Barrier raises your defense 2 stages, which is the same thing as cutting defense, and, like, it's basically doubling defense. So it's basically one use of Barrier is the same as using Reflect, with the, downside being it's not usable by your team members. It doesn't, like, get passed on the same way that Reflect does. However, you can use Barrier multiple times and get, basically, like, you can... One use of it gets you up 2 stages. If you use it 3 times, you get it up 6 stages, and you become a defensive wall. I feel like that might be useful, and I don't know. Like I said, if I ever change it later on, I can. It's not a big deal, but that's what I did. Also tried to learn Substitute, which I passed on because I've still yet to really see any in-game reason why I would need that. I might change my mind later. Substitute's one of those really situational moves, though. I don't know. This one was a lot easier. Replaced Ember with Fire Punch, obviously. Cross Chop, Feint Attack stayed on. Replaced Smokescreen with Confuse Ray. That one actually was more debatable than you might think, because I remember Sand Attack, which is basically the same thing as Smokescreen, being incredibly useful in the Elite Four and my Platinum Nuzlocke, because if you just keep using it up to 6 times, you basically become untouchable. The problem there is Umbreon is a defensive wall, Magby is not. So, whereas... I actually checked the stats on this. Confuse Ray is 50-50. Like, they'll either hit themselves or they won't. It's an even chance. With accuracy modifiers, you have to use the attack 3 times for it to become 50-50. And then if you continue to use it, it does become quite a bit better. But that assumes that you're surviving that whole time, which you're not guaranteed to. So, I think I made the right call there. Whatever. It's an accuracy move. My main concern right now is the fact that Pennywise still only has 1 damaging move, and I looked over the other moves that it can learn, and it can learn a decent number of TMs. A lot of them are Grass and Electric, though, which are stuff that are already covered. If Caroline is getting bumped off the team, though, I will no longer have any Grass moves, because both of these will be gone, so... We'll see how it goes. I could teach it Solar Beam, Grass Knot, something like that. It might be useful. Anyway, let's go ahead and start battling people, I guess. I'm gonna see if I can handle any of these fights. I don't completely expect myself to be able to do that, but... depending on type advantage, it could happen. You see, this is where the problem is. It's like, I've got the type advantage, but I don't necessarily have the stats to handle it. Yeah, not exactly, especially since that was a critical. Let's try that again with the correct Pokemon in front. Also, there's going to be a lot of playing hot potato with this lucky egg here. I do not want this episode to become the grindy mess that the last one was. I'm going to try to avoid that as much as possible. Basically, I want to get through this area. I'm going to breed myself a Bonsly, which will most likely be done off screen. Maybe a couple more trainers in a different area, and then that's about it, so... I don't know. Anyways, as you can tell, this place is kind of puzzly. I just have to be mindful of what I'm doing. And there's probably hidden items around. I don't ever really plan on coming back here later, so I probably should look for those, but I don't want to poke the screen everywhere I go, so we might pass on that also. Jesus. Also, one thing I've never actually made use of in this area, apparently this is a good place for leveling stuff up, but not in the way that you'd think. Because if you, like, put a clamp down on the D-pad, you can continuously run into a arrow tile in here. And if you have stuff in the daycare, then that's basically free experience, but it takes a really long time to get experience that way, so it's like something you would do overnight. Obviously, for emulator, no reason for me to do that. I have never done that in the actual games either, but I guess I can see why some people might. I don't know, it still seems like it's really slow amount of gain from that. Alright, so doesn't look like there's actually too many trainers in here, which is fine by me. I didn't want to fight a whole bunch of them anyway. Getting lots of shards, which is good. Also, I did not mean to run into that arrow. So it's such a weird place. It's like, I guess it's this game's equivalent of the power plant. In the sense that it's basically just like this out-of-the-way industrial area that isn't really well advertised, but the difference there is that the power plant has Zapdos in it, which is very much worth your time. This one, not quite as much. Is this going to kick me back to the beginning? No, okay. Yeah, I can probably handle this guy. At least one of his Pokemon, let's see. Well, hello. Yeah, you're confused right at nothing. Alright, I still don't necessarily see this fight going well. Alright, knowing what I know now about a Magmar's level up moveset, I think it will probably be mostly physical at this point, so let's see if I can possibly get some defense up. I'm actually surprised it hasn't used Faint Attack on me yet. Oh man, I died anyway, okay. Here, you're paralyzed and you're unevolved. Clearly you can take it on. Now it uses Faint Attack. Alright, well that didn't exactly go as well as I wanted. Let's go ahead and just bait and switch that fight. I don't feel like dealing with it normally. I guess you. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I guess Magmar is a lot more sturdy than I thought it was. Okay, let's try that one more time. Once again, getting in the bait and switch because it is useful. And possibly kill it with a Volt Tackle. No, not quite. Come on. Come on. Nope. Alright, I guess it's going to be a group effort. Jeez, this frickin' Magmar, what is this? It's not even in the very heart of the volcano itself. No. I always enjoyed making that reference. Probably not many people get it, though. Which I know, from coming from me, that's so much different than all the other shit I make references to. But, that was a in-joke from the website Pokemopolis, which I know I've talked about before. The site does still exist. It was supposed to have been shut down, but I guess it's still going to be around for a couple more years. It's just, if you're not familiar with it, it's that website that has, like, the weird interpretations of the anime and tries to find, like, all the dodgy things about it. How the hell do you get in there? I guess that up arrow. Okay, so I go back to that guy, and then that makes sense. Let's try that again. Alright. I don't think this guy's a trainer. Let me save just in case he is. Nope. So get a free star piece, and then he asks for star pieces. That's really strange. Alright. There's flamethrower. Very nice. Here, give me a bunch of shards. I don't know how many star pieces. I guess I used them all. So, not going to go through and count how many of each shard I have, but as an example, I have 10 red shards. That's very nice, actually. Okay. So I might be able to use some of those move tutors at some point then, which is good. But anyway, I guess that's it for that place. I got the rock incense, as you saw, so that means breeding is going to be something that I'm able to do pretty soon. I never did actually check this place off-screen. I said I would. I think the only other things that are in here are probably like honey, so not too concerned with that. I'm going to check like a couple spots and then probably move on with my life. Let's see. Oh wait, I was right in the spot. Oh, max revive. Never mind, it's not just honey. So yeah, this place is apparently worth checking out. I have to actually do more prep work before I'm ready to begin the breeding process. So here I am, just kind of in Mount Coronet, looking for a Geodude. I assumed that they are here. I didn't actually check beforehand, which, now that I think about it, probably would have been a good thing to check. I'll run around a little bit, I guess, and then see if I find one. If I don't, I'm sure I can find one somewhere else. So yeah, let me actually just go do that. Reason I'm looking for a Geodude is I looked up if Bonsai is able to learn any decent egg moves, and it depends on what you consider decent. Mostly the answer is no, but I can give it the defense curl rollout combo from a Geodude. If you don't already know, defense curl does basically boost the attack power of rollout. I don't know if it's double or what it is exactly, but it makes it stronger. It's worthwhile, I feel, at least looking at Bonsai's natural move pool, which is not the greatest. It's better than a lot of other baby Pokemon, but it's a little lacking in some places. So I figure giving it a decent rock move will not hurt. So caught a male Geodude there, and now I get to level it up. You get to skip me doing this part, because it's going to be grindy. I need to get it up to level 22, which is not that bad. But I'm going to train it here, not off the trainers, just off the wild Pokemon, because this is the highest level area that I can access. Gonna basically bait and switch it. Maybe get a couple levels on the other two in the process. I don't know yet. But you don't need to see any of that, so I will be back in a minute. And there we go, level 22. So, getting rollout. Pennywise tried to learn Recycle. I didn't let it, because I don't think that's a great move. What do I want to get rid of? I guess Magnitude. Like, if I was going to use this Geodude, I would keep Magnitude and get rid of Rock Throw, but Magnitude is not passable onto Bonsai, as far as I'm aware. Let me double-check one last time. No, it is not. It cannot learn the move at all, so we're going to get rid of Magnitude. And, if I'm not mistaken, the moveset that this Geodude currently has is, exactly what's going to be passed on, because, Defense Curl and Rollout and Self-Destruct are all egg moves. So those are guaranteed to be passed on. Rock Throw is not an egg move, but it is in its learn set anyway. And if I am correct about this, which I might not be, I haven't really done extensive breeding in these games before to like any major extent. If I remember right, I think if both parents know the move, as long as it's in the normal like level up move pool of the baby, then it will have it. I'll have to check if the Pseudo-Widow has it. I'm assuming it probably does, but if it doesn't, whatever. For the record, Bonsai's level 1, like, hatching moves are, Fake Tears and Copycat, neither which I am particularly upset over skipping out on, so yeah, not gonna worry about those. So let's get the team put away. Actually, I'm gonna keep you for egg hatching purposes, put the rest of you away. Don't know why I'm showing this on camera. It's a running trend in my videos, apparently. Come on, get in there. Alright. Do you have Rock Throw? No. Oh well. That is fine with me. It'll learn Rock Throw soon enough. Okay, grab you. And don't forget the incense, because, you know, it makes perfect sense to have an incense smell like rock. This is a weird series sometimes. And that's basically all you needed to see. Coming up next, me biking a lot. I'm going to get 5 eggs. I'm not going to hatch them yet. I will get them close to hatching, and then I will hatch them on screen. I will look at the natures, and then off screen yet again, I'll probably have to figure out which one to keep, so yeah. Quick question before I start hatching these eggs. What the hell is the egg watch, and why is it in quotes? I've never really paid attention to that. Like, I understand you're watching the egg, but I don't understand that term or why it's in quotes. It's weird. Anyway, time for hatching. And since this is gonna probably take a couple minutes, I will briefly mention the next game in the series of me talking about old stuff, and that was my attempt at playing through Pokemon Brown, which is a ROM hack of Red. It didn't last very long. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. I think I might have beaten the first gym leader, if that, and that was it. I don't really remember what my team was. Like, my best recollection of it was I had a Charmeleon, a Bellsprout, I think a Hitmonchan, and a Seal. Because I know you could get Hitmonchan from, like, the first town. There was, like, a single patch of grass, and there was, like, rare Pokemon in it. I know Bellsprout was a wood type in that game. I don't remember what wood was good against, but it was a type. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, not much to say about that playthrough. Datai did a playthrough of that game. It was fairly interesting, and I was like, hey, I should try this game out, and then I did, and then I didn't actually play it. So, I'll be talking about another playthrough in a bit here once these eggs are finished, but that was that one. You know, couldn't live your lives without hearing about that one. Anyway, here's all 5 of the eggs. Like, 1 female out of the group. I think it's a 75% chance with this one, so I'm not surprised. And let's see, we've got Sturdy, Rockhead, Sturdy, Rockhead, okay. Since Sturdy is not in its Gen 5 format here, it only protects against one-hit KO moves. It doesn't protect against, like, if I'm at full health and an attack would kill me. Like, that hasn't happened yet, so Sturdy's not that useful. Don't know if I'm going to have any recoil moves, though, so I'm not sure about Rockhead. As far as nature is, we've got Careful, which I thought was neutral, but isn't, apparently. Naughty, Quiet, Impish, and another Naughty. Let's see, do the 2 Naughties have the same ability? Rockhead, Sturdy, no. Okay. Well, at least they've got a slight difference, then. So, it's everyone's favorite time, which is look up what the natures are and choose which is the best, and then give it a nickname. So, once again, I'll be back in a minute. I think this will be the last cut. And so here's what we've got. I actually got some pretty decent natures this time. Careful is plus special defense minus special attack, which is good because Bonsai has shit special attack anyway, so I'm fine with that. Naughty is plus attack minus special defense. Good for the boost in attack, not so good for the loss in defense, so probably not going to go with that one. Quiet is plus special attack minus speed, so yeah, no. Impish, plus defense minus special attack, and then the second Naughty. So, of those, it's basically between do I want the extra attack or do I want the extra defense? And I'm going to say extra defense. Do I want extra special or physical? Because I do have both options. And between those choices, I'm going to go with special, because Bonsai already has pretty good physical defense, and I feel like it's probably better to even the two out, which actually works out pretty well for me in terms of which one I'm going with, because it's the only female of the group. My team is becoming a little bit of a sausage fest, so this evens it out a little bit. I guess we're going with Sturdy, which is not really a problem. I looked it up, and it learns exactly one recoil move, which is Double Edge, and I'm not terribly concerned by that. If I had gone with Impish, I would have had Sturdy anyway, so okay. Rockhead is on Naughty, which I didn't particularly want. Quiet, which is awful. Yeah, so we're going with this first one. Let's go ahead and put it away. Give it a nickname, and then we will be done with breeding for a while. Thank God. Let me just get my organization here. So yeah, last time I was talking about the white playthrough, and I said like what the team was and everything, and mentioned that there wasn't really anything else worth noting about that playthrough. I was not entirely correct about that. I actually completely forgot that, like, as with Pearl, that was one of my playthroughs where I did go for a living dex and spent quite a lot of time in it. I'm not really sure why I didn't think to mention this at all. Don't need to go super in-depth. I have a whole video showing off the collection if anybody cares, but where Pearl had the don't use, like, basically don't trade whenever possible restriction, this one was the don't import from Gen 4 restriction. So everything possible had to be gotten from Gen 5. I think I got everything possible from the Dream World. And by that I mean anything that you couldn't find in the wild somewhere, I basically got from the Dream World and, like, didn't breed for repeats. I didn't get everything in the Dream World, actually. I did want to, but I was not successful. So, anyway, whatever. As far as nicknames go, I liked this one as soon as I saw it. It's not really a nickname in the sense that I would never, like, call a pet this in real life, but I thought it was a really clever name. So I'm going to go with, let me actually spell it right, that would be useful. We have Foliage, spelled weird. Because if you never understood the pun in the first place, pseudo-widow is a combination of pseudo, which means false, and wood. Here we have foliage, with the word faux in it, which also means, like, imposter. So I thought that was really clever. I'm going to go with that name. I did not write down the name of the person who came up with that name, so kudos to you, whoever you were. I'm so good at giving credit where it's due, I know. But yeah, that's our new team member, and we need to go fight some trainers. I also forgot to check the moveset. That would probably be something worth looking at. Okay, so yeah, it didn't get Rock Throw, but it got everything else. That is good to me, so... Rollout, currently the only attacking move. Defense Curl boosts it. Copycat is a thing. Self-destruct, probably never going to use, but it can be useful in a pinch, so... There it is if I ever want it. Now, as far as other trainers go, I've got this route, and then I've got that water route near the hotel. I'm going to clear this one out. Water route I might get to eventually. I don't freaking know. I don't want to do it. But yeah. So, oh, I forgot to switch out my HM user. Okay. Probably should do that at some point. But I'm just gonna try and fight stuff. Of course it puts up a reflect, why wouldn't it? And since the other playthrough that I talked about in this one was really boring and ended after about 2 minutes, the next playthrough in the list is my second playthrough of White. Not to be confused with White 2. This is like White and then in parentheses 2. This one was done much in the same way as the, do I want Flail? Maybe. Flail and Copycat are both kind of lame. I don't know if I'll particularly want either of them on the final moveset, but let's see. Bonsai is always going to go second, pretty much, because it has really, really low speed. So I either use the move that was just used on me, or I attack with whatever HP I have left. Sure. Whatever. Oh, actually, you know what? Screw it. Low kick. That's a much better move anyway. Let me go heal up and grab my other team member here. But anyway, yeah, much like the Platinum run where I was not able to save the game at all because it was being run on a game that already had a file, this was the same way. I didn't delete my white file, I just kind of started a new game and then went through the entire game without saving. This one wasn't a Nuzlocke though, this was just a normal playthrough, basically using a bunch of stuff that I hadn't gotten around to using yet, because like I said before, I like quite a bit of the Gen 5 Pokemon. Had a really hard time deciding which ones to use in my first playthrough and wanted to get around to a bunch of other ones before, I think at this point, Black and White 2 weren't known about yet, so I was assuming it was going to be like Gray or something. So I had like kind of a Gray team planned, and then this is like the stuff that I didn't have planned for that team that I wanted to fit in somewhere. So I had Oshawott evolving into Samurott as the starter, named that one Shoulgun, which I found online somewhere as a somewhat clever name. So I figured I'd go with that. And this one also had a team of more than 6. It wasn't a rotating team though, this one was just kind of like I replaced stuff as it went. So the original 6, before they got replaced, besides the Samurott, were Watchog, named Timon, Swoobat, which was Fuzzles, Sock was Paunch, spelled P-A-U-N-C-H, because it's like the other two are misspelled things. I'm like, I don't know, whatever. Scolipede was Twin Mold, and Maractus was Miranda. All of those, except for the Samurott, got replaced at some point throughout the playthrough. They got replaced by a Crustle named Smitty, a Cinccino named Polly. Actually, let me go back and explain that one. Smitty was, yes. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. What is this? Oh, Psych Up, okay. Not gonna use Psych Up, probably. But, anyway, Smitty was the name of one of Jonah's hermit crabs. I don't remember the other names, other than Baby Black, which was the shittiest name ever. But there was one named Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen, so I named my Crustle after that. That's all you need to know about that one. Poly is short for polyester, because Cinccino is, like, supposed to be, like, silky or fabricy or something. I don't know. Give me a break. Had a Klinklang named Clockwork, spelled K-L-O-C-K-W-I-R-K. So basically just a weird spelling. Cryogonal was named Slowflake, which was a reference to a fairly well-known Pokemoner. I don't know what to call him. He does do YouTube stuff, but I've never actually watched any of it. I've only, he had, like, these Pokemon rants for Gen 4 that I enjoyed, and I'm like, hey, this thing's a snowflake, I'll call it Slowflake, why not? Alright, here's the decision. Do I want to go with Low Kick, knowing that I already have Cross Chop on the team, and probably going to be picking up a Riolu soon? Or do I go for Rock Throw, which is basically just another rock move without me having to commit to it? I really hate having two of the same move, like the same type, so I think I'm going to stick with low kick for right now. When it eventually learns Rock Slide, I might change my mind. But that probably won't be until after I get the Riolu anyway, so... whatever. Sticking with this for right now. Oh, last Pokemon after Crogonal was a Druddigon named Scarlet with 2 T's. Not really for any particular reason, just it has a red head, so I called it Scarlet. I don't know. But that was my team for the second playthrough of White. It was fairly decent. The reject team that got ditched was... I mean, the fact that it included a Watchog kind of showed that it wasn't the greatest team, but most of the other Pokemon in there were decent. And what I did with this team was, after completing the playthrough and having to shut the game off and basically lose it forever, I had written down, like, their movesets and all that stuff, and I tried to... I wrote down their natures, and basically in my original file I went back and tried to get all of those Pokemon again with the same natures and raise them up to basically recreate the team. So in White I ended up having not just a team of 12, but a team of 24, because it was the original 12 plus these 11 plus the Stoutland. And so I just had 24 random Pokemon that I would use, like, when leveling other stuff up, or various reasons. Yeah, it was a lot of waste of time, but whatever. I was fine with doing it, I guess. And, eventually that entire team of 24, plus all the stuff from my actual White 2 playthrough, did get used in the White Tree Hollow, which I also have videos on. But apparently that's it for this route, other than stuff that I can't do, so I guess we're done here. God, I really don't want to do that water route yet. It's like the only thing left to do, though. I'll take a brief look at it. And by brief, I mean I'll probably end up doing the whole frickin' thing. But, I mean, it's either this or do more off-screen grinding, which will have to be done anyway, but I've got a blockade on a bridge that I really don't want to deal with, because he was really over-leveled. Well, not over-leveled, but he was just a lot stronger than I was, and I need to catch up the rest of the team, so I guess we're doing this. Let me go ahead and grab my Surfer here. I apologize again for the, actually, let me change this out real quick. Give you experience share, so that way you don't have to participate in every battle. But yeah, I apologize for the grindiness and general of these last few segments. It's kind of a necessary evil just due to the way that the game is progressing right now. This is nothing here. Oh, and here I am yet again forgetting to not have it be the lead Pokemon. Okay, yeah, I should probably change that. But yeah, I'm not sure how many trainers are in this section. We'll take a look at it, find out. What the hell is this swimming pattern? Hold on, I need to take a good look at that. Are these just weird currents carrying you around? What's going on here? And you die from thunder. Let's try to get some bait and switch. The extra experience is always nice. Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. Oh well. And here we are yet again with Mimic. I am perfectly fine with not using that move. Plus, that means I don't have to worry about just canceling evolution every time, so yeah. Because both Bonsai and Mime Jr. evolved by having Mimic. It's kind of random, but it makes sense given that they're both, like... Well, Sudowoodo is a rock trying to be a tree, so Mimic makes sense for it. Mr. Mime, like, mimes don't necessarily mimic as much as they do, like, pretend that things are there that really aren't, but I guess they do mimicking also, so whatever, it makes sense. Come at me, bro. Oh boy, a tentacle. Haven't seen those before. But yeah, this team that I have with me right now, obviously not counting the fact that Becky's on it right now, is the team that I plan on sticking with for a while. The last slot belonging to currently Sponge. One of them has to go in place for Riolu, though, and again, popular vote goes towards Caroline being the one. We'll see how I feel when that happens. I still have to get past Donut before that'll even be a thing, though, so we'll worry about it when it gets to that time. I also don't remember if you can get to Iron Island before doing the gym or not. I think you can, but it's been a while. Also, this route might not be quite as long and annoying as I thought it was, so hopefully I am correct about that. How much hidden stuff is here? There's one at that rock down there. There's not one over here, is there? No. And I have no idea how to get over there. Oh wait, yes I do. I can go this way. And battle another swimmer, because why not? Oh, you know what? I never actually looked closely at this thing's, like, battle animation when it comes out. Did it have tears? That's kind of funky, if so. I'm so gonna die. Yep. Well, we've got a team of winners here. Let's see if we can get through this. Oh, man. I did pick up some, super potions, but I'm not liking the way that this looks so far. I really didn't want to turn this into the last video where I had to keep going back and healing constantly, so maybe I can... Ugh. So I'll just send out the thing weak to water. That'll go well. Oh, I outsped it. I outsped a Golduck, jeez. I thought Golducks were pretty fast. Okay. I am fine with this turn of events. Not fine with the fact that he has another Golduck, though. So I think what's going to happen here is I use Cross Chop, I don't kill it, it kills me, and then I use a Revive. Or I can confuse it first. Come on. Ah, at least it didn't use a water move. Ah, Cross Chop missed, really? Come on. Do well. Alright, so I have revives to back me up. Gonna do some save scumming here. Actually, no, screw you. Get in some, rollout action. Nope, you're dead. Okay. So, yeah. Rollout action. Or you die anyway. Okay, so yeah, I guess we're using a revive. I will revive... Let's see, I either use Stacy and miss with Thunder and die. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Sounds like a good plan. Okay. Or it could just die from the burn. That's also a possibility at this point. Alright. So yeah, I need to go back and heal. First, I want to see what this item is that I nearly died trying to get. How the hell... Hold on. It's that bottom one, right? Yeah. Okay, I can't go this way. Right? Oh, no, I can. Alright. Oh, well, I guess it's money. Yeah, see, it was not immediately obvious that I could walk behind that rock. I do like how you have to fricking surf for one tile to get around this corner, though. That's real good design. Obviously I'm not going to fight her yet. Ugh. Whatever, just get it over with. Come on. Oh, and I got poisoned from that. Cool. I like how that Tentacool had a game plan. It's like, you know what, rather than just kill this thing, I'm gonna just lay out a bunch of toxic spikes so that I can annoy the next thing that comes in. But yeah, this route doesn't seem too bad. I'll finish it up, I guess. How do you get down there? I guess from this direction. Find out in a minute. Thankfully, the poison fades away in this version. You know, that's always a great moment when you have one Pokemon left with 1 HP. Really shows that you've got your act together. Come on. Yeah, let's not have you be in the front. Probably not the best idea. Yeah, I already checked this side. How do you get down there? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. I know there's a surfing spot in the town. I thought I already tried that, though. Let's see. Yeah, because that is most definitely an item. Which I... How do you get there? Like this? Oh, yeah, there we go. Once again, looking like you can't get through things, but then you can. So we got this guy, we got that other girl, and then hopefully that's it. Oh boy, Gyarados, my favorite. Don't kill me in one hit? Okay, cool. Maybe possibly hit with Thunder? Alright. It's 2 Thunders in a row. Do you have a third Gyarados? Block. Don't need that move. And can we get lucky? Yes, thank you. That was much appreciated. And over here we have... Over here we have another max revive, okay. And... Where is it? Come on, where was it? Another big pearl. But yeah, we can all be thankful that after this section, the ridiculous amounts of grinding will be over for a while. There'll have to be some more for Riolu, but probably most of it will be off screen. And you know what, to be honest, like, there weren't that many people saying that I shouldn't use it, but there was at least, like, a voice for that. And I do have its stab type covered, at least. Riolu's main benefit is the fact that out of all the baby Pokemon, it's one of the most usable. And, it just kind of is, it's like a jack of all trades, I think. It is able to handle both attacking types. It's reasonably fast. So I figured I'd use it because, hey, I need all the firepower I can get, but I'm not 100% set on it yet. That still could change. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I still think it's probably pretty likely that I'll end up using it, but not definite. Okay, and another big pearl. That's what I'm gonna guess. Frickin' every time. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's basically everything. Off screen, I have to do quite a bit more grinding. Gonna try to get everybody up to 40. Obviously, I'll show off the movesets when that happens. And, that's about it. So, I guess next time we'll probably be starting out with the rival battle, and hopefully it won't go as badly as it did last time.